I'm going to be tackling racism.
I'm Anthony, and I'm going to tackle streets, drugs and crime.
I'm Olivia, this is Tara, and we're about the animal and environment welfare.
I'm Chris, and I'm going to be tackling the issue of sport. Wait, is that mission impossible? Don't know why, because nothing's impossible. Hi, we're the team from Cumbria, and if the slides work, we'll tell you a bit about ourselves. No, the slides aren't going to work. I'll tell you a bit about ourselves. There. We have our slide. Okay. No, it's gone backwards. There we go. Right, yeah. So we're the team from Cumbria. You can see on the map that Cumbria is the very north of England. It's a very rural place. We're probably most famous for the Lake District and our farms, as you can see on the other side. But apart from that, we don't really have anything else. It's very rural. Everyone's very spread out. There's lots of little villages. So our problems are quite big. Okay, so I'm going to pass you on to Nicola to start our bid.
Hello. Right, because we're in such a rural area, we don't have much of a multicultural society, which is quite a shame. That means there's quite a lot of ignorance, and as most of you all know, ignorance can cause a lot of problems. Ignorance causes things such as racism and discrimination. This is what we want to stop. Our idea is CAC, Cultural Awareness in Cumbria. In the short term, we want to contact schools, colleges, newspapers, get everyone involved. Contact speakers, get them to come and talk about what racism and discrimination is and how it can destroy people's lives. In the long term, we want to set up exchange trips to other countries so we can see how people live and to invite them back to us so they can see how we live in Cumbria.
Drugs are a really bad problem because if people are taking them from kids to adults, it just goes all wrong because they get all moody, go on the streets, do anything, vandalism, crime, just anything that is involving in that. So what we need to do is we need to get the council involved to help us and everything else, volunteers from charities, people who can do what they help us, to help us tackle these points and get us a better Cumbria and area for our people. And finally, we should get rid of drugs for candy and swap guns for these. Woo!
Like we said, in Cumbria, we're quite well known for the Lake District. And one of the problems is that the wildlife is getting ruined by environmental changes and the demand for wood and other resources that we have.
Our short-term objectives are to promote the idea by having local mini-fetes to raise money for the equipment we'll need. We'd also like to get newspaper and local council websites involved for awareness.
In the long term, we'd like to plant 50 trees, make 10 bird houses, 5 hedgehog tunnels, and have the upkeep of local parks. We also want to involve more people to make it more sustainable. So every time we do something else, we're going to invite 3 more people to do it.
Like I said, I'm here to talk about the issue of sport. Now, sport helps in a lot of ways. Not only does it keep you fit and active, but it keeps people off the street. And if there's people on the street, that's where problems start. Now, Cumbria is a very rural area, like I said. We're all very spread out. So we want to start an initiative called Special People Organising Real Teams, or SPORT for short. We aim to set up more clubs and teams in small villages, using volunteers from the local area as coaches and staff and groundskeepers to help keep the place tidy. We would also look to improve facilities, and we would look to get money for this in 2 ways. We would do lots of fundraisers, we'd put loads of time in, sponsored bike rides, walks, swims, anything, just to get money, or we'll apply for grants from National Lottery, Sport England, Step Into Sport, all of them. And as some of you might know, Carlisle, which is a big city in Cumbria, probably small to the rest of you, but it's big for us, is going to be a training base for the Olympics. So we aim to improve facilities to make that even better. Here you can see some of the things we've enjoyed the most this week.
Thank you, Cumbria. That's your time over.
Wait. We know we've set our goals high, but you've got to aim for the moon, because even if you miss, you still land among the stars.
Thank you, Cumbria. Judges, you may now ask your questions.
Really well done, Cumbria. I thought you had absolutely superb ideas and you thought them through really clearly, so you had a lot of detail to your plan, which was absolutely excellent. I'd just like to ask you where you think the best place would be to go to start raising the funds and making sure that you can actually put these fantastic plans into action and be really successful with them.
Well, like I said, we're prepared to put loads of time in to raise money for all these things. So we'd be prepared to travel all over the county and do events in the south, in the north, the east and the west, just to get everyone involved, because it's really important to us. So we want to get everyone doing something.
Now, like I was saying, we're gonna get the charities and all involved. So like, if people drop off the stuff for us and all that, and what they give, we can use to help get the money for what we want to accomplish in our 12 months that we have, and hopefully reduce the amount of everything that we've got and build the sports arenas by that time.
All of the people like from Cumbria anyway, we all live from different parts, so if we spread the word round from where we are, it'll like grow bigger, quicker.
The council will also be willing to get involved because they're very into well, the school's very into student voice, I know because I'm part of it, and also the council's very into letting the youths say what they want. And I know that there's a lot of grants and funding that aren't used because not many people are willing to get involved, because we will have access to those.
Thank you very much, Cumbria. That is all the time that you have for questions. Can I get Just London backstage, please? Just London backstage, please. Thank you.